Hi everyone, I'm Marianne, the Artsy Crafter. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone's had a great weekend. We had a quiet one. My husband hurt two of his fingers on different fingers when he was moving some rocks around the weekend before, so he wanted to have a quiet weekend to recuperate from that. So yes, we didn't do much, and of course it's been raining, so it's the end of the month, and so this is going to be the last time you see this journal, because I'll be moving on to a new one for the next month of March, but I'll talk to you about that later. For now, I'm just going to give you a quick flip through of this journal. She's turned into a bit of a chunky journal, so I just don't know how to make thin journals, but I love it this way anyway, so yeah, who cares? So anyway, you've seen the cover before if you've been here before. So this is the side pocket. I won't explain too much because we did a tutorial, I think we did a tutorial on this one, and making this envelope here. And I've just written myself a little private letter here. I try to do this for the beginning of every month, just to write myself a letter for the future so I can look back through the year and catch up on what's happened with me personally, for each month, trying to anyway. So yes, we did do this one as a tutorial, this envelope. So the full list of all the tutorials will be in the description box below, so you won't miss out if you want to go check all those out. This is a little side pocket here, and this is a little journal card that I made, and it's got a little tuck spot there, and I forgot to put a little tag or something in there, but anyway, it's that. And this one is a little notepad. I have been writing on my computer some of the entries, as I've done one entry there, but and I filled in my calendar. As I said in January, the calendar, I'm using this as a record for keeping an eye on the weather. So I'll write down here the fine days and the rainy days, all that kind of thing, and there, how the weather's going. This one here is my monthly mood chart. I want to chart how my moods have been every day for the month, and write a little something about my mood. That's kind of like my personal prompt to get me to write in my journal. So as I said, I haven't transferred all the entries over as yet, but I will be doing that before the month's out if I get some time. This one here, I've been doing some physiotherapy for my knees. I have two damaged knees that need perhaps knee replacements, and I'm trying to avoid that. So I'm keeping notes on my progress for my knees, for my physiotherapy. So I've done those entries, but I'll write them in here later on. And this is a little pocket and a page that I did a tutorial on, and making this little journal card. You can see I've done some writing on that one, and this is a little booklet here made with tea bags, so that goes in there, and I'll figure out that, put that together later. This is just a fairy with a little bit of a verse here. This one here is the fairies, and it's just a little tuck spot here. This folds out, and flip those over, and you've got writing space here, and that's stuck, and that's just another bit of verse and a little fairy, small writing space there, and it's just a little card here that I'd done previously. So there's the background page. Love this page, I have to say, that I painted, but I didn't take a photo of it, so I'll have to do it again if I want another copy. So there's the notes. Here's a little side tuck here. This one Here's panels I've sewn together, and here's 2 little journal cards that I made with some cute little images on there. There's a little pixie, I think, ears, and a little birdie, and just some journaling space on the back. So I'll put that. And here I've made this little tag here with mushrooms on it, with journaling space on the back. This little pocket I cut out of a fairy book and stuck in there, the same as this little pixie flying on a moth. And this is just some journaling space, and I'll pop them back in later. This one here is a little tab of a leaf with a safety what do you call it? Yes, that thing. I can't remember what it is. The clip. It'll come to me, but anyway, you know what I mean. What it is. This is just more journaling paper here in this envelope here, and some. You've seen this paper before. It's out of a dictionary, and this is some baking paper that have been painted on, and this little pocket, and more journaling on there. As you can see, I'll explain to you, instead of me writing directly on these pages, I can use little booklets and, you know, little piece of paper that I can tuck in there. I can write my journal entries on these and tuck them in all the little pockets and tuck spots and whatnot. So that's one way I've decided to overcome my fear of writing directly in my journal. I don't have to have that fear at the moment. I can just do that for now, and then perhaps down the track I'll get brave enough to actually write directly in my journal. So this is just a little writing space here, this little pocket here, some images out of that fairy book that I put on a pocket, and this is a little card with borrow spells that I got from I don't know whose journal kit it is, but it's from a fairy journal kit. Don't know who, sorry. So this is another little journal card I can write on, and this flips out. I think you've seen this one before. And this is the little envelope, and I just put a little journal card in there with an image I got out of a magazine. This lady, and journal space on the back, and on the back here another little image out of that fairy book, and just put a double tag in there. Okay. This is out of the fairy book again. Just it's a poem about a fairy book by Norman Gale. It's very sweet, and notes. And this here is a little flip over. This is an image I got out of a magazine. I think it's really pretty. And this is some packaging card that had this on the back of it. I thought was just went well with it. And these are just some pieces of paper that I can journal on, and there's some mushrooms. So this tucks into here like that. It's a little tuck spot, and you fold that over, and that keeps it closed. And this more images from the fairy book, and this background page is also from the fairy book, and of course more journaling paper. Turn this over. This again, this is that baking paper background, and of course you can see it's from the fairy book. This one here is from the fairy book, and I just painted these trees and their flip outs, as you can see, and there's your fairies image on the back there. So that was quite cute. I saw that on Pinterest, I think, this idea, and I thought, oh, that's rather cute, so I'll try it out myself. And then on the back is a little tuck spot and a little envelope, and I've got nothing in there at the moment, but I'll, as you know, I'll put some journal paper in there once I write an entry. on there. Oops, be careful. And this here, we did a tutorial on this one with the bark and the lichen and some mushrooms and that down the bottom. And this is a little, I won't open it, it's the envelope with some botanical specimen slides in there. And these are two little tuck spots with the little cards here. I thought were quite cute. So, and then this is from a magazine, and I just put some writing space on the back there, and baking paper. And this one here, I put a pocket on here, a side pocket. I just painted some browny blacky paper, and then did some stamping on there, and then I made this little card piece of paper. This is out of another magazine here, botanical magazine, and this is a message to myself, a life document to write more. That's me telling myself to write more in my journal. Yes, so let's see if I take my own advice. So, and that's the end of it. This here is just a little fairy. I wanted to add a fairy. There's a few fairies in there, but none of my own fairies that I've created. So this one, I did a little painting of a fairy. And it's a bit darker than this, but when I printed it out, it came out a bit lighter, which I don't mind. And I can do some journaling on the back. And these are two pockets, and this one is what you saw on the front cover. Here is the woodland background, so I just printed out for journaling space on the back. So that's it, and that's the end of the journal for February. So I absolutely love it, and I'd be sad to put it aside, but we must move on. So we'll say goodbye to February, and we'll say hello to, if I can grab it, to March. So I'm just going to go through this briefly because I don't want this to be a long video, but this is what I'm going to call the March journal, because in the Northern Hemisphere, I know you're going into spring, but down here, our southerners are going into autumn. So I thought I wanted to combine spring and autumn with a colour scheme that would match both. So that's what I've come up with, and I'll just show you the colour scheme all together. So these are the colours, so they'll fit both autumn and spring and autumn. They're muted, so they're not quite summer, they're not quite winter, and got some things that aren't really growing. Some are dead, like the leaves, and some are living, like the butterfly. So that's what this journal is going to be about, and it's going to be a bit of a grungy journal, I hope. So that's the colour scheme, and so the next video I'm going to do the journal cover. So this will be part of the journal cover. It will be this in fabric. We use fabric as well. So these are just some of the colours and the pages that I'll be using in the journal. Some of the decorated pages, and I love doing this. This is with leaves, live leaves. So you'll see that the background, these are quite dead looking, even though I did use a live leaf to create that. And these are just some stenciling that I did with bubble wrap and some other kitchen, what do you call it, anti-slip mat there. And I just scrunched up some paper. This is out of a book, this paper. So it's got a lovely sounding texture to it. And some more stamping. These I used some more real leaves to do some stamping of leaves on there. Some little ivy leaves. And these are just some background pages that I've grunged up. And this is baking paper. So they're just some of the papers that I'll be using the journal next month, and also the journal cover I'm going to be using. This is a cover for a music sheet book, and so I'll have to reinforce the spine there, and I got gesso on the back of it, so anyway, I'll have to sand that down. So anyway, that's what we can look forward to working on this journal as we continue on our journey with making journals and all that kind of thing for March. So that's all for today, and I want to wish you all a happy crafty day, and I'll see you in the next video where we're going to work on making the journal cover for March journal. See you then, everyone. Bye bye.